Global's producer letter confirms 9th anniversary for July. So what happens between now and then? How's it, everybody? Celtic Link here. We're back for another Dokkan battle video. In today's video, we are going to be taking just a little look at today's global producer letter on December 21st. Now, we are a bit late to this as this did come out while I was working, so we're going to go ahead and just talk about bits and pieces of this information and what it means for the entirety of the global timeline up until the 9th anniversary in July. Yes, you heard me. The 9th anniversary for Global Dokkan will be held in July, as it is every year. There were some hints prior to this that we could be seeing a synced celebration sooner than that. However, the devs have confirmed now that it will be happening in July. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at that and see what it means for the rest of Global's timeline as we approach that date of a 9th anniversary. Now, this is really important because as global players, I mean, who knows what 9th anniversary will bring, but we should start saving. So knowing what's coming ahead here will help us plan for that. We will be doing a full stone count guide from now until the anniversary in January, once we have an exact confirmation on which celebrations are happening when, right? Once we know what the January celebration is exactly, we'll be able to do a specific stone count. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. So let's go ahead, let's hop into this producer letter here, and let's take a look at a few of the things they said. So one of the biggest things they mentioned here is the same timeline they showed for JP, right? It's an overall view of the global timeline out to the 10th anniversary, which doesn't really mean much because it doesn't show much. All it shows us is things we're already aware of that are going to be happening as we approach the 9th anniversary. Anything beyond that is completely clueless to us. Now, one thing they did mention that basically confirms the whole timeline, if we can find it here, is right over here. Okay, hang on, we gotta find it. No, a little too far. Here we go. So explosive chain battle, they now have confirmed that it is being removed from Global Dokkan as well. Now, this is important because they specifically state that this will happen in April, which basically confirms we aren't sharing New Year's either, so we can now plan ahead, right? We already know that JP Dokkan is getting Hirudegarn and Super Saiyan 3 Goku as the New Year's unit, so this announcement for the removal of Chain Battle came with that announcement as well. So knowing that, we can know that Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Hirudegarn are coming in April with that. So knowing both of those pieces of information, we can go ahead and jump on in to the global timeline. So first and foremost, the next banner to come to us is going to be this banner right here, but we already knew that. We just have a confirmed date that it will be on the 24th PST, so we don't have an exact time, but sometime on December 24th, Christmas Eve, we should be seeing this banner drop. We'll have a full to summon video probably closer to the release of this banner, maybe Saturday night, so make sure you guys stay tuned for that. But that's not what we're here for. What we're really here for is the timeline. So I have drummed up here what I believe to be the most accurate global timeline from now until the anniversary, based on what we know and how Dokkan typically handles these things. So there is a very, very high likelihood that the next banner to come to Global Dokkan for New Year's, since it won't be shared, is the Tournament of Power Androids, followed by their Part 2 LR in probably around mid-January, the 16th or so, the LR Ribrianne. So I kind of think this is going to be the most likely outcome because it's the only celebration that has a dedicated Part 2. And the reason I think it's Ribrianne, I know a lot of people are saying Omega is going to come in this slot here with Trunks, but I actually think it's the opposite. I do feel that they're going to keep these guys together, but putting Omega here, Omega is a double rates carnival banner, right? Ribrianne introduces the pity system on JP. We got Triku to do that, so she's gonna keep that pity. Omega's gonna keep his double rates, being that he is a carnival banner. So Global's double rates is always in February, aside from the December one. So there's a good chance he's not moving, and I doubt they're going to separate the Tournament of Power androids and Ribrianne, so it makes the most sense that this will be our January celebration. In February, we should be seeing the Super Trunks followed by Omega. Super Trunks, it could be Super Trunks or Gohan, right? Neither one has a part 2, so they could fit in there, the Gohan and the Piccolo or the Super Trunks. I think Super Trunks is more likely, but really the bigger indicator is going to be whatever Saiyan Day ends up being, to be completely honest, right? In previous years, the February Dokkan Fest that lines up for Global, or I'm sorry, the March Dokkan Fest that lines up for Global ends up being a character that kind of is on the leader skill of Saiyan Day. It's not perfect, but more or less it always ends up being that way. Last year, right, when they moved Bardock into that slot, Bardock was on God Goku's leader skill. The year before that, when they moved Trunks onto March, right, and moved the androids up, he was on Majin Vegeta's leader skill. And the year before that with... Actually, Broly's the exception, right? But then the year before that, the previous Dokkan Fest was on Bardock's leader skill. So it all kind of works out, right? So, you know, it could go either way, but no matter what, Omega, I'm pretty sure, is dedicated for February. Following that into March, right? For the first half of March, we'll have whichever Dokkan Fest we didn't get in February, followed by whatever the Saiyan Day unit is on March 18th. Now I got a little bit of cope that we might be revisiting the Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, or some sort of Super Saiyan 3 category, as the next big unit to come to Global will be a Super Saiyan 3 unit, but also because at this point, this is the only Dokkan event that has not received an update. So maybe not, we'll see. But either way, whichever Dokkan Fest wasn't on Global at that point will come here, followed by the Saiyan Day unit on March 18th. Now, thanks to that confirmation on the chain battle change, in April we know that we will be getting Hirudegarn and Super Saiyan 3 Goku on Global. Now, we don't know if there's any kind of part 2 to go with it. I doubt it, since it's the Dokkan Fest right before anniversary on JP, so very, very unlikely that we will get that, get any kind of part 2. Usually it's just some filler LR banner leading into the Golden Week Dual Dokkan Fest. No idea what this could be. I have some theories. We'll probably talk about that more as that approaches, but May will be the Dual Dokkan Fest for Golden Week. Finally, after that, we will get the Dokkan Fest for whatever JP's post-anniversary Dokkan Fest will be. That will be our June Dokkan Fest, leading us finally into July with the 9th anniversary, right? The big reveal for UI Goku and Beast Gohan, right? It's gonna happen, right, guys? I'm certain it will, all right? But either way, no matter what it is going to be, right, you don't want to be caught missing out on any of these stones. You can see that the Globals timeline isn't looking so hot. Like, unless you've got a specific favorite character here, there's a whole lot of things that you can maybe steer away from to save your stones for whatever the big 9th anniversary reveal ends up being. But this is more or less what it's gonna look like. You might have some swaps in and out here and there. I might be completely wrong on this placement of the androids, although I think it is the most likely outcome. Who knows? But this is more or less what we should see moving down the road. I'll continue to update this timeline as things change, as we find new information. And once we get exact confirmation on the January Dokkan Fest, I will put out a stone savings guide to show you exactly how many stones you can save between January and July. Last year when we counted it out, it was almost 1,500 stones, and I'm betting it'll be something close to that again this year. So anyways, guys, that is the video. If you liked the video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And in the comments down below, let me know which of the upcoming Dokkan Fests are you most looking forward to. And if you aren't looking forward to anything, what do you hope 9th anniversary is going to be? We should get the teasers for it probably sometime within the first or second week of January, once the fan event kicks off. But I'm curious, what do you guys think it'll be? Let me know in the comments down below. Otherwise, guys, as always, thanks for watching, and aloha.